Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the last weekly of the month of November, where we're going to do our last Triforce triple play example. We did roll it randomly, and we end up with the wisdom flags. My name is Tracy M. With me today is Fury SK. How you doing, Fury?
Doing all right. Looks like we got Opno Point and JP playing tonight, so it should be an interesting matchup between these two. JP, when he's on, is really talented, and
Yep.
Opno Point lately has been on a tear, even though he hasn't played, I think, in this TTP Season 3. Before that, he was on a tear.
Yeah. Point, very, very good runner. Both of them rather newer runners. They were both competed in Rookie Rumble 2, if I'm not mistaken. JP was one of the finalists. Point did go out earlier, but had a good run in that tournament. But yeah, we're a long way from Rookie Rumble 2. Where we got a couple of really good runners now.
So, as a refresher, this is the TTP with the book as pretty much everything, and I consider it to be, I guess, the second place flag in terms of difficulty as the books right away. The red bubbles have a special place in my heart, even though I've been pretty good so far with them. I don't like them.
Yeah, red bubbles can go places, and the fact that it's a random red bubble curse and not just a swordless just makes it even worse. But that's not in this flag set. That is in the courage flag set. This flag set is all about wisdom and books telling you things and hints being correct. But you got to have a book to actually get your hints. 20 rupee bombs, by the way.
Yep, no discount today. Hopefully the runners won't need to be buying too many of those. Maybe drops go their way.
Yeah. And apparently our old man never learned to read until we get a book. And then we'll teach him to read with that book. Is that a power bracelet? I think that was a power bracelet.
No, I think it's even shinier than that, if I saw it correctly.
Oh, it's the red ring. That's very shiny.
I hear groans somewhere in my mind from other people about the red ring.
Yeah, I don't think that person is playing in this race. I don't see him in this race, but yeah. I don't think JP is going to be upset about an early red ring.
No, I think outside of maybe the top couple runners and then a handful of others that just like combat in general and are gluttons, most people are happy to see it.
Yeah, and in some cases it depends on who you're playing. In a big group race like this, I think for the most part, with that one major exception, who's not playing, you're not worried about getting that early. Everybody's going to get it relatively early. You might feel a little bit bad if you put the Armos item till late, which Point might end up doing because he's nowhere near those Armos items right now.
Yeah, I have doubts that Opno will go without it for too awful long. I think the only way that would happen is if we get a sword and we get like levels 1, 2, 3, or maybe 8, depending on their philosophy.
Yeah, also a candle somewhere.
Yep, that would also help.
Okay, nice first any road. Okay, that's better.
That one's probably the worst.
These are not great, but they're not completely useless, so. A little unfortunate that Opno didn't stay on the eastern part of the world, but he now has an easy way to get over there when it comes time to go there, I think. So not so bad.
Yeah, small surprise. Looks like we're gonna have, I see the exact count, but in around 150 rupees for one hint shot if we get the book.
Yeah, that's that first hint shot that JP just found under the Arbos. Not cheap. I think I saw 45 maybe as the lowest price. Definitely saw at least one of them with a 5, but 121 for our large secret's going to help with that.
Okay, Wood Sword's also on that side of the overworld, so I think that will persuade Opno most likely to stay on that side once they have the sword to get perhaps Armos information.
Yeah, a little unfortunate everything's on the east side and he's way out here on the west.
Yeah, it's a small loss in time, but not a terrible loss.
JP trying to kill this first blue Lionel for a bomb jump. Does get it. A 47 for our bait if we need it.
To answer the question, chat, I think it's first quest money, but otherwise mixed.
Yeah, it's mixed first. So that means that the locations that don't always open will open up at about just over 1/3 of the time. It also means we will have first quest money, so 3 large secrets and only 4 of the small secrets. I was buying bombs. This makes sense. He was thinking about that second pack. Chose against it.
I think the decision there is because of potential candle prices.
Yeah.
Wants to keep that in play just in case, and is going to go bomb the south coast with the bombs. Meanwhile, 9 has been located not too far away from where he's heading.
In fact, the runners are on the same screen. 37 for our mid-secret money is not going to be an issue today.
Well, he's Opno trying to get cute with the red dart nut there. Hope that it would die of the bomb so he could get the potential first bomb and the open cave, but fortunately they rolled up, so not going to work out.
Also, good screen scroll to get around the blue Lionels here. Blue Lionel's annoying on the overworld. The sword beams do that 2 hearts of damage. You don't really want to be dealing with them. Wood Boomerang on the coast.
Yeah, outside of a world wrap, I don't think that's going to be grabbed anytime soon. By the time we get the ladder, probably not going to need it.
Yeah, given our start spot, a world wrap seems unlikely. Not impossible they could come up, but...
Yeah, you'd have to have a last dungeon tackled over there in the Dead Woods for it to be worthwhile, I think. And any road's close enough.
Yep. Okay, sword for Opno.
Perhaps for the best that Opno has not found a level at this point, we'll continue northbound.
Just gonna try for that first bomb drop. Gets it from the blue Octorok. Well, JP finds level 4. I didn't see where this was.
I didn't either, but we're out of bombs, and I want to feel like we went towards start. We was going the other way.
Yeah, it makes sense that it's probably a bomb spot, but especially since we don't have candles yet, so that's not even an option. Well, that's a interesting map.
Yeah, we might be done this dungeon pretty quick.
Yeah, blue Wizrobes, even with the red ring, trying to do this with the wood sword is not exactly ideal.
I mean, we can kill this room, but we still need this room or the next room to have a bomb drop.
Yes.
Or we're out of time, and yeah, that's... Even with red ring, not an easy room. Unless you... I would say once you get white sword, that's going to be an easier room to tackle, but it's not worth it. And it was not near start, it was in fact near the waterfall, so we went northbound.
Yeah, one of the any roads was a vanilla 5, so he probably came from there. Right, Opno about to get his red ring. And level 5 at the waterfall. Okay. All sorts of dungeons over here.
Yep, got a pirouette, we don't have the key.
Free Triforce.
It looks like
candle.
Yeah, candle's a little bit more expensive. Wood arrows are even more expensive than that. So that's a pretty interesting shop to have marked for a little while, as we either have the instant transport that always happens in 5, or we get lucky.
Unofficial Rule 5 strikes again.
It's a bit unofficial, but I always feel like it's more likely to happen given the map rule.
Yes.
Again, it's not like it's guaranteed, as you said, but it makes it more likely that the dungeon is supposed to open up to you to get the map, so it puts staircases, in my opinion, in staircase dungeons earlier. Not always, though. Yep, got one more path to take, and then maybe have to consider going through that staircase. I guess there is this one room to the right. Kind of feels like this will be an old man, though, to me. There's got to be 3 rooms for it. fact, it is not. It'd be funny if this takes us to the sea.
Wouldn't surprise me. If we get a map in here, that would be really nice. Nope, just a key. We like keys, though. Keys are good. Alright, either it's going to take us back there, or we're going to be segmented. No, we're segmented. This is not the same place. I always hate it when you land in a room like this, with like this spiral stair, where this room isn't going to drop anything in level 5, but we do still have to kill everything because of that shutter door. Oh, this is not good.
It's doable, but it's annoying. You'd have to wait it out and bomb across. I don't think JP's
Yeah, probably not worth it. And at 3 hearts still, if you can just get there with sword beams, you can clear it. The drop is going to be on the T, so you can get it from that direction.
Yeah, I think that's a save it for later moment, though. We're going to go up here first.
Yeah, it makes sense. Especially since the other direction is a key door. We only have 1 key.
So will this be the staircase to the reverse sea?
It is a stair. It is a transport.
So are we triple segmented?
Are we? No. Meantime, Opno got a little further in this level 4. Has bombs to go a little further. Found a patcher he doesn't want to kill right now. Also finds a power bracelet on the floor.
Remains to be seen. Level 4 does almost always have that Chevy room in it, so we'll see if it blocks the way at any point or if we can escape. So
here's our item.
Either gotta take the staircase back, or we gotta just leave. Let's see what JP does.
Looks like he's gonna take the other stair. Opno, meanwhile, has found everything you can find in this level 4. Except he's gonna have to get through these blizzard ropes to get the Triforce.
Yeah, I used the bomb to soften them up and probably make it through.
The real question is, what's in the next room?
I think it has to be a circle mode or reverse, or a Chevy room for it to really troll.
Or 8 whiz ropes. No, this is fine. Speaking of trolls, there's that dig dogger in a room that could push. Oh, we got a wand in level 5. I missed that from JP. That's a really nice find.
Yep, hasn't had it for long. Still looking for the stair item. Might be a bit. Going out on a limb and guessing that the map is back in that T room.
Yeah, that would make sense. And with the wand, you can clear it easily.
Yeah, we're running out of rooms, though, really, to check, so maybe Triforce time. Yeah, I don't disagree with this. It's we've got about every room we can see taken care of, outside of clearing that room. I'm not sure if Opno wanted it.
I don't think he wanted to pick that up yet. It's not that big a deal. He's only got 4 hearts anyway. But yeah, I think he's going to go right back in and try and find some items. JP, meanwhile, is going to go back into this level 4, and if he, probably should be able to find, this 4 wasn't bad if you just ignored the combat. That wand will help him get through these rooms faster. Obviously, he can't use it to kill those Wizardos, but he can use it to kill everything else, and if he wants to leave and come back, he can maybe see if this is not Blue Wizard priority here. Also, should be noted that Wizard will stay dead. As long as you don't leave the dungeon. Not sure where the compass was to show that the next room was the Triforce, though. JP does not have it.
I want to say it was the Wizard room that JP died in early.
That would make sense.
Alright, at this point we can get through this room pretty easily, and I think JP will most likely kill the Moldorm, so I think we're going to be out of here pretty quick.
Yeah, Moldorm's pretty easy enemies to deal with. With the Red Ring can set himself for a force nicely here. It'll be an interesting question to see whether Opno chooses to try and dig out this second item out of level 5.
Depends on where the map is, really, I think. If the map is in the tea room, does have a candle to get across for a little bit of the damage, or may have sword beams when he gets there. We'll have to see. I'm just guessing that's where the map is at this point.
I mean, the tea room is very highly likely to drop in level 5. It is one of those rooms that does drop in vanilla, so, you know, that just always makes it more likely, and it is one of the more higher probabilities of dropping.
The other place it could be, if you are unable to find the map in an early dungeon like this, I think bombing left and right at start is the next most likely setup to happen, so we'll see if Opno goes for that or just gives up all the same.
Now, should we know JP does not yet have a candle, so he's not going to be able to do much in the Deadwoods. It's entirely possible that candle shop, the Opno Point, is the only one. Not likely, although it could also be the only available. That's certainly possible as well. It's always possible the candle ends up not being required, which is always interesting when that does happen. Not often, but it can.
Just gotta be careful here and don't take too much damage on those guys. There's the map.
Yep. And shout out to that red ring, because without it, you're not gonna be able to survive that. There's oh no, you can bomb over there. JP is gonna buy some bait just in case.
Yeah,
but yeah,
tons of money.
We've seen every room in this level 5. Oh, that's where the wand was just sitting there, laying on the ground. It's possible that JP left because that room right there with the dig dogger could be the second item.
Yeah, it's not this one. JP was in this room as well.
Yep.
The other option, of course, is to bomb up, although I don't know that we've seen that many old men, so I think 3 of them have to be. So yes. The left room and the top 2 both have to be, so there's only 1 room left outside of this one. So I want to say JP used the key to go right into the other room.
I think he did.
So yeah, that dig dogger I think is hard required for the item. Whether or not the item below there is another story.
Oof.
We're gonna get triple mugger dream in here.
It'd be pretty nasty if so. JP finds level 7. Oof.
I guess we did bypass one of the old men earlier, and I forgot.
Yeah, I think we saw 1. But there's gonna, like you said, there's 3 total, so.
Yeah, regardless, this is not a staircase room either, so I think I'm ready to call it as blocked.
Yeah, I agree.
This 7, on the other hand, is definitely a dungeon.
Not the worst we've ever seen, but not great. Easy Triforce, though.
That's a trap. I don't know that JP's going to go right back in, but anytime I see an early Triforce, I'm a little bit concerned.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that far from start, though, so pretty easy to get back. We
haven't found the book yet. The book could tell us something, and maybe we go back at that point. If we get a recorder, easy access back there.
Yeah, before chat yells at you, it's vanilla 1 for the book. We just don't have the health yet for it.
Oh, gotcha. I missed that completely.
Or at least I don't think we have it. We're going to make sure of it.
Yeah, Opno's about to check. Definitely not 4 hearts.
And dungeon below the power bracelet spot in the grave. It's
Ooh,
a
level
very
2.
Pepto-Bismol level 2.
Yeah, JP might be heading up here to Death Mountain since he doesn't have a candle yet. It's a pretty common strategy to do that. Has not done that northeast section, though, which is a section I don't like to leave. Now, little more willing to leave it in general if I have a sword already, but it's still quite a few caves there.
Well, it's not the
There's
rare
a
shot for the candle shop, but that one was under a burn bush.
Yeah, JP's not finding that location unless he burns it down with his wand book or finds the red candle. In which, in the second case, it becomes pretty irrelevant.
Yeah, stepped on a bomb pack and is checking his inventory.
Classic. I don't know if he meant to run right into that Triforce. I imagine JP comes right back in.
It doesn't have the controller icon on the screen to show me the immediate try and press down again, so I'm going to assume that was an oops.
Now, 5 hearts for Opno. You can go back and try that book again. Although, ideally, you want to try and get a 6th heart to guarantee picking it up if you can.
Yep, write what you can in here, and once you're out of things to check, you up A and try and get it, I guess.
Heart container in level 2, right next to what could be a ladder block. Right next to what is a ladder block. As we see the map. Yep.
One item and try. So tries are very easy in this one so far.
That's not always a good thing.
I think it was a couple of wizard rooms in level 4, and every other one of them has been pretty much walkable too.
There's another heart for Opno now, guaranteed to pick up the book.
Yep, still probably clearing out the last of the checks over here, and then going to turn around for it. Probably wishes to have like 160 rupees just so we could check the hint shop for the information it might have, and then reset out of it. Level 8 is PB block, not that it'll affect either runner on stream.
Yeah, both runners already have that power bracelet, so not going to be difficult for either of them to find. And Opno says, no, I'm not going in here without a map. Just go get that book. He might still not go back in there, but he's definitely not going back in there without being able to see it. Also of note, nothing underneath the candle other than take any, so possible the candle is not required. Still plenty of dungeons to find, though. Alright, I think we're going right back into level 8 for Opno. The arrow does not push today. And 8 looks a lot like 7 does. Just a little bit bigger. As you would expect. Another early Triforce. It is 8. It is 3 items. We'll see if he goes back in. Yeah, I'm not surprised. JP, meanwhile, finds level 3. He's going to be able to peer out one of those doors open, but not both.
Yep, at least not from the entryway. We'll see if there's something more creative that you can do in here.
Yeah, he can do it from here. I don't know if he knows that trick. If he up A's out of this room after killing the enemies, the door to the start screen will open on the bottom because of the shutter door there. And it's segmented! Yeah, that trick is one that a lot of more experienced runners know how to do. Get that door open. I do see a lot of runners don't know this little trick. It's a good one to have in your back pocket. So anytime you have a door that you can't open on the start screen, if you can find a room where you open that door in a different fashion, and then you up a, other than a door that stands open, you should be able to unlock that door. Now, this room kind of sucks.
Yeah, I laughed at it because that means you have to clear the other room most likely.
Almost
Yeah.
certainly. I mean, yeah, he's trying. Yeah, he bombed that wall. Unless there's a way to go down and to the left, which I doubt.
In case you were not aware, remove open stairs is on, as we found a key in that little 8 staircase room and a heart, so it's a super room. So now just a staircase item left in 8 to get out.
How badly do you want this Triforce down, JP? Good first bomb there.
Yeah, I think if it was Green Tunic, we would be noping until we got the stair item in here, most likely, but it's worth trying.
Yeah, with the red ring, and a few bombs, this is very doable. And you just hope you don't have another 8 wizard room next door.
I would have saved the last bomb just in case there's no doorway north here. Looks like we're going to get lucky, though. Now, lucky may not be so if it's blue in here or a ladder block, but we can maybe find a ladder still in here.
Still possible. What really is awful is that now no matter what, you're gonna have to clear that room again. All right, that was a key door, so JP, I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but either way, he's gonna get that free door open.
It's probably the map room after all that. Well, I think we still have one more direction to go.
Yep.
Gonna farm for bombs in this room, which is fine.
Yeah, it's a good place to farm for bombs.
Oh, no,
meanwhile still.
Yeah. It's a big level
still
8 clear.
Yeah, unfortunately with all these bunnies, Pole's voice, not exactly what you want to be dealing with in a large dungeon like this.
At least we got the wand already, so it's
wand helps a lot.
Little bit.
And Patras are probably the enemy I hate the book for the most. Or hate the wand fire, I should say. There are some enemies, like this room that JP's in right now, having wand fire here, other than a little bit of lag, isn't so bad. But this room, this Patra that Opno's dealing with, having to deal with wand fire as well, just makes it a lot more difficult to deal with.
JP's gonna go
nice.
north.
Oh, that's a tough one for Opno, because really in this room with it shuttered in, it's like you could up A and leave, you could up A and come back in, or you could kill it if you want to stay in here. But you're so deep in the dungeon that there's definitely an argument for killing it.
Oh boy, another room where we might have a staircase.
Opno gets through the Patra and it leaves the room. Well, that is a stair for JP. I'll be curious to see what this level 3 looks like when Opno gets here. Then it is the ladder!
Well, we don't have to come back now, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to go back and do the annoying blue wizard room again. We're going to probably farm some bombs here on these blue moblins first. So we have a full 8 to work with. Looks like Opno's giving up on that level 8. And I don't blame him. Oh my god, look at this 6. I mean, it's a normal 6, kind of, sort of, until you look at those that two-room segment up towards the eastern part of the dungeon.
Well, I made a statement at one point that level 6 loves to left align, so I feel vindicated somewhat.
It does. Every once in a while, level 6 will fool you and have some weird shapes, but like I would say at least 2/3 of the time when you're in regular sorted shapes, you're going to get something to the left like this.
If you have to play Find the Bomb Wall, I always go middle, except for 6, where I go, like, middle left.
Yep. Gonna get a compass early, though. Not too deep in the dungeon. JP's gonna try and get some bombs off these red wizrobes.
At least got some health out of it. But I guess we're going to go ahead and just reform the bombs up. I didn't see how many JP had. I was busy looking at new shiny things.
Yeah, same. I mean, this 6 is shiny indeed. It is also ladder blocked unless there's a transport to go around that.
I feel like we looked at almost every room, so
yeah, I could see on Opno's map. He's been in all the rooms, so he's gonna need a ladder to do anything more in there, which means he's gonna have to get up to that level 3.
Knows it's up there, has the hint.
Yep, and he has the advantage of having the map, so it won't be quite as bad for him. The problem is with the Death Mountain hint. Death Mountain has so many different spots. It's not unusual for runners to go West Death Mountain before East Death Mountain. Now, we're still missing some dungeons. I guess just 1 and 2 at this point. Oh no, just 1, right? Because we have 2.
Yep.
So there could still be something on West Death Mountain.
We're getting closer to not needing other things, though, so it may be a very gettable seed, depending on where the bow's at.
The 6 destroyed the candleless dream, though.
Yeah.
All right, JP's up to 8 bombs now, so we'll go face the blue wizrobes. See if Afna goes into this level 7. Nope, he's just going to go to the Deadwoods. We haven't seen anything here. At least not the trees. I don't know if we've even done the southwest corner here. Oh, JP gets a force out of it. All right, done. We're gonna try and get more bombs off the Dodongos. Oh, he was didn't quite do that in the right order. Got the bomb, and then that's just unfortunate. He might have been bopped into that Triforce too.
He was 100% bopped into it. The other one came up behind and just booped him forward. The boomerang hit. Hits. Very good.
Yeah. I mean, we always get that hint, right?
Magic boomerang as well. Look at that.
So that could be the level 2 item.
Oh, hey, we don't need.
Well, I mean, that hint will be good for JP at some point. Maybe? Opno does not need that hint. He already has any key and already has the knowledge of level 8 being under the power bracelet. Another candle shop underneath a burn bush.
Okay, well, that means there's not going to be anything left on any other spot. That's 4 of them. The other one being in the dead end open cave, so there's 2 open to JP. JP's unlucky streak on the take any 1 caves, though, as far as getting a candle goes, is pretty high.
I'm just going to go ahead and get this book now, at least.
Has 255 rupees and knows of 1 hint shop. We'll see if we go straight forward. We have to go that way anyways to kind of get candle, most likely. I don't think he's going to go back to the dead end.
Yeah, you can use the wand to get different bushes open. And in fact, the spot where level 6 is, he could actually do that one with the wand. There are any screen where you need that has a burn bush that doesn't have enemies. So either like some of these candle row spots, or like if you just have a screen with rocks falling, you're not going to be able to use your wand to open up things. So it doesn't open up everything, but it is an option if he wants to try. It is, however, slow. Don't recommend.
Alright, JP is very close to the hint cave. Will we go there? No. Does not look like it. At least I thought. Hey, he's going to get this one.
There we go. That was very well done.
Take the candle.
There you go. That's one way to get a candle.
And this is the... I don't remember which one.
This is the hint, yeah. Yeah,
Does
he
save and come
immediately.
back?
I think so. He wants to keep that candle. I don't blame him. I mean, he's in a situation where he would have to execute that same move again to get that particular candle. It looks like he's just gonna move on. So at this point, level 1 is gotta be either West Death Mountain or blocked somehow.
Yeah, I kind of interested in how this plays out because this, I think, I could be mistaken. I believe this is the only flag set with important items 9 on of the 3.
That's correct. All right, level 3. There's our map. I'm not sure if JP saw all the rooms up to the north. In fact, I think there was rooms that he did not have to go to because of where the stair item was. But we've seen every other room, and no raft required.
Yep, first hint says that raft is the second item at 8, and then the raft is not required. That is how it worked.
I mean, that's good news for Opno. Eventually, he probably buys those hints. Also, good news for JP that he'll be able to not worry about that raft because it looked like it was pretty deep in the dungeon.
I think we had it down into some ladder block rooms even.
Yeah.
The other hint shop will give you an any key hint for 8 as well. That would be enough to persuade me, honestly, just not to dig it with all the money we'll have still. 255 rupees, I'd rather just buy myself 3 keys. Even if I spend 88 now, which is a good purchase.
I mean, it's one of those hints that might persuade me to go into 8, but the Triforce one room in would probably persuade me to not worry about that any key, because it could be super deep. I mean, it isn't, but JP doesn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's at most like 6 rooms in, and that's not enough to really blockade it. JP will be able to get through this level 6 for the most part.
Yep. There's a shoot for Opno. Probably hoping to get some bombs off these red wizrobes to make the blue wizrobes easier. Unfortunately for him, if he does that, he's going to run into the same problem that JP did, which is no ladder.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. I guess there's enough overworld left where this is reasonable to do. With our information, it looks less than ideal to leave level 6 behind. Because from our booth perspective, we know that 3's item is not accessible. They're not 5's, excuse me. We know that all 3 items at 8 are essentially not required for the seed. So then your options are to go back to 2, which should be my first play, if I can't find 1 with the overworld exploration.
I think, yeah, 2 is, well, so one of the hints was walk over the water to get, what was it, the magic boomerang? So that is, it's still 2, it's still small, and walk over the water covers a lot of things, so there's no guarantee that blue boomerang is in there, but it's a reasonable chance that it is.
Even all the more reason for me to go there, but there's so many ways you can get ladder blocked. I almost don't pay attention to those hints very often. It's like level 9 could have a one-way entry point.
Sure can.
It could be an instant ladder block, and that could be it. Or level 6, it could be beyond the Triforce ladder block.
That's true.
Still don't. I just go back to 2 before 6 most likely. The only thing that would change my mind a little bit is location.
All right, this will be the ladder for Opno. Plenty of health to get through this with a decent number of bombs.
Yeah, I don't think Opno's even going to burn another bomb unless they all grouped perfectly.
We did see a bomb upgraded here that I'm not sure JP saw.
No, JP only saw... Yeah, he only saw it from one side of the moat.
Yeah.
And decided not to go back into that room and clear it. No, it did, however, clear to the Triforce to find it ladder block, so it has to make the same U-turn. I don't know that Opno has seen the heart.
He must not have because he's still in this dungeon, which is a little unfortunate now because it's not up here. We never saw these rooms on JP's side. And he would have to kill those blue wizards to go back down, so he's just going to up A. That's the map.
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty rare to have it that deep in there, but not
Especially in a
possible.
smaller dungeon.
And
So
there
I'm not,
weren't.
I disagree with this trying to get out of this room. I'd rather keep my bombs to do the other room, because that room is not going to stay cleared regardless.
I think it's just a banking on this being the heart container, and it's not.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or the floor drop, which was the heart container, but
Right.
didn't know.
If he knew it was a heart container, he wouldn't be clearing for it for sure.
Well, it's going to keep the on-stream race pretty equal for the moment, because I feel like JP, though we got to the ladder first, was getting a little bit behind in terms of just overall information on the overworld, with the candle being out of inventory for so long. We'll find a dungeon momentarily. We'll know not to dig the second item out of it. And we'll not see the instant Triforce either for the moment.
Yeah, he's gonna go the. I mean, I personally like to clear those rooms when there's like only one or two of them, even if it means using a key. Especially if you have maybe if you only have one key. It's really annoying to get deep into a dungeon and get a compass and find out your Triforce is one room in.
Oh yeah, Abno didn't take the stair. That's why I didn't see this floor item. That was the shenanigans, I
Right.
think.
Yeah, that sounds right. It does mean JP will get the any key.
Yep.
Old news for JP on that manhandle hint.
I think JP is now very close. Here we are. So if JP up A's out of this room instead of continuing down this path, that will cut time out of here. If the bomb wall doesn't open, I think it might cause the same reaction, so it also would save time.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect him to up A, but maybe if the bomb wall, it's probably faster to go to that main area. Don't know if this opens or not. It does. That's a little unfortunate. I don't know that we even saw a compass on Opno's side, because even if he saw it, he wouldn't necessarily have picked it up. But we could be in for a long dig here. Now, if JP gets caught in that Patra room, maybe he'll up A at that point. That one, the Zelda's room Patra.
No idea. Locked into the Pole's voice room would probably be the biggest, but I think JP still would have to be down on low HP.
Yeah, Pole's voice not so bad. I wouldn't want to do that Patra though.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Opno is happy to get that hint, and is going to be even happier to get this hint. So now knows that 8 is done. Check that box.
Yep, there's the compass for JP. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it cost him probably another 2 minutes instead of 6 or 7.
Yeah, still about a third of the dungeon that he didn't get to, so yeah, could have been a lot worse.
So if level 1 has, like, majority of what we need, like, if it has the bow, I think it's probably just gamble mode for JP with all the stuff left out there.
I think if it has bow or silvers, I could see going to 9. If it's got neither, I trying to find both bow and silvers in 9 seems not great. Now, one argument could be made is to say, well, go find Ganon and Zelda, since you have to do that anyway, and maybe you find what you need, and if you don't, once you find Ganon and Zelda, maybe you are considering going to some of those previous dungeons.
Yeah. I'd say if you have one of the two, you'd probably gamble on it for extra information. If you don't have either one, I would strongly suggest not, because
Yeah,
you're
that's what I
still,
would do. But the argument is there for going there.
you'd have to get lucky enough to get the Silver's hint, I think, to also point you in the right
Yeah,
direction.
that's a good point. So interesting
And with
enough, I think Opnopoint, I guess he must have retried out of this level 6 because he had to burn the bush again.
yeah, it would make sense. Might have been resource starved at some point after going through here.
Yeah, I don't think he got anything out of this level 6. So, except the map was there, which didn't matter. Now he's going to keep going in this level 6.
Yeah, it's a more viable play for Opno because I think Opno's seen a little bit more. Has not seen 2, but has seen 6 and 7 of the Triforces that he isn't
Yep.
Doesn't have lit up. Obviously, being in 6, but I believe has seen 7 and walked away from it because it didn't have enough bombs to get around.
Meantime, JP's back to 0 bombs.
There's bomb shop reasonably easy to access. I'm not sure if that's where we're heading. This looks like an any road. Second mugger, so there's fewer chances of 9 having 1 now. I think we're down to 1.
Yeah, 1 mugger left. And of course, the bait block is somewhere.
I have the leisure room is not required for staircase yet. We have at least one more old man here, I think.
Oh, well.
That is great news for Otno and terrible news for JP.
Yeah, especially if he finds silvers in 1, for instance. This could be the other item here for Opno. It is the other item. It's just the blue boomerang. There's your walk over the water.
So Opno is going to dig all of 2, is my guess, because why would you? And then gamble.
I think that's a fine play. JP finds the other hint shop. Can't really afford all of them. He's thinking about it.
None of them
not the one you wanted. Yep.
Even if he could afford the third one, won't like what he sees.
Right. All right, Opno done with level 6. Now, what also gets very interesting is we have 11 recorder spots plus however many Death Mountain spots we have left for level 1. I'm not sure if we missed anything else.
I think we're running out of spots otherwise, so be interesting. Wood arrows now purchased for Opno, obviously with the bow in hand. No sense not having some arrows.
Especially with Paul's voice in the dungeons. I think, yeah, JP wants to get this last 6 rupees to try and get that last hit. But P-Hat's not the ideal farming enemy.
Yeah, I'd rather kill the Lionel and Red Darknut and hope it works out.
Same.
I honestly don't think the last hint's worth it at this point. I think just move. And that's coming from somebody that will buy deceptive hints to check them out.
Yeah. This is such a time sink. Though he got some bombs out of it. He's probably going to need bombs to finish up Death Mountain. Opno maybe doing West Death Mountain before the spot where level 2 is at that Grave Armos... Gray Armos, normally a potion shop location, is very easily missed. Okay, he's going to go down and get it now first. So often you're in this area with all these open caves with an Armos spot, and you do it late because you just don't normally have bombs there.
JP now full of regret.
Regret and sadness. Pretty certain he's still got at least one large secret left, so money's out there.
Yep, there's one Western DM more properly. I don't know if he's got the connector spot. He may have two. Let's see. Yeah, he's two. He's gonna get rich in this cave. Or the next cave over. They look the same almost, except for a little bit of overworld.
Yeah, except the ladder's down. These two screens fool me all the time, annoyingly so.
So I'm gonna get money on this screen, then go left and be almost to max again. Just like that. Oh, woo, almost. Oh, no.
Yeah, yep.
Saw the traps and dodged, and then saw the Triforce and dodged again.
We are going to get the answer to this level 1 relatively soon, though, with JP up here in West Death Mountain. It'd probably be best for him if one turned out to be recorder block, because that would force him back into dungeons, and maybe he finds the bow first.
Yeah, I think the recorder has to be required, and it has to be in 7 for JP to be able to catch up to Omno, just given how it's going.
Of course, silver is still yet to be found, so that can always change things. No, double heart too.
Yeah, recorder in 7 to find silvers underneath a dig dogger in 5 is probably the chat's dream at this point, because that is worst case scenario. Or like 9 having the flute.
Yeah, no, I mean, that absolutely could be.
JP with good force will need one more to check every spot. I think you orphan either Second Quest 9 or the spot in between, I guess I call it A3. I don't know what to call it on stream.
Yeah, it's that spot is a 2Q only potion shop.
Oh, got a bomb drop. Doesn't matter anymore.
That always feels good.
Right, Opno showing off with the clip into the wall.
Have we seen Magic Sword? We're up to 10 hearts on both sides.
I think, in theory, can still be on the raft spot, because it's not hard required. So that would be the funniest spot.
Yeah, unfortunately, we probably would never know if that's it. Oh, under an Armos. Thank you, Crump. Our tracker today doing a great job. And there's level 1. Well, that's not ideal for JP. That is great for Opno, though.
And it's still okay, but needs to not have silvers in it, I think.
A recorder here would be good for him. Opno's thinking about it. Of course, Magic Sword, anywhere from 10 to 14. Is he going after it right before 9? Since we don't have the white sword. I feel like it's kind of out of the way. Let's see.
Well,
So we're in the east side. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where level 9 was and what the proximity is, because that makes a difference.
level 9 is on the south bomb coast.
All right, I remember that now.
Hey,
You are
waits
here.
on Death Mountain.
Everybody's favorite.
I feel like you're obligated to burn him on that every time. Like, it doesn't actually harm you more than like a half second. You just do it.
Unless it's hidden dungeon numbers, then that hint actually can help you.
I guess, but I would have already known from, like, this is the... I don't know all, like, the room tech, to be fair, but I know the level 1, like, item drop room.
Yeah, level 1 has some very distinct drop locations.
Like, if you're a new runner, this is one of the easier dungeons to identify because of the 5 double block room being on the right, or the, like, super segmented, like, blocky room where the key's on the bottom right, or
Yep.
any drop where it's on the bottom right wall. you know you're in one. There's a
There's
recorder.
that recorder. Okay.
I'd argue that's kind of bad, but it could go either way, I guess.
Well, it could set him back to 5 for the item there. It does give him. I mean, silvers would probably be the worst, like you were saying, because that makes it super tempting to go back. Just go to 9. He might go
Yeah,
to 9 anyway, but
some people will dig 9 off of that. I will not, just because there's so many staircases involved. I'll just hope it's somewhere buried, not go there.
all right. Here's our stair item. Okay, well, we're a little late for that to be useful, but we're gonna pick it up anyway. Without 2Q enemies, it doesn't have much use to slate in the seed when we've already burned everything.
Yeah, with Wandfire specifically, that definitely is my thought too, but still, in a couple of situations, I guess it's okay.
2Q enemies on, I pick it up every time. Use those candle boosts.
Out we go. So silvers were not in 1 because we had the heart recorder candle. Now, are we going
JP
to...
has choices.
This is 8. I don't think this was intended.
No, I think he's, this could be a magic sword check.
Yep.
Yay! Alright, so 11 hearts. That means Opno, if he decides to go for it, is guaranteed to pick it up at 13.
Yep.
We'll speed JP up in whatever he decides to do, but looks like he is headed towards 9. Otherwise, he'd be recording somewhere.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And this is a wild gamble. However, if he gets the silvers aren't here hint, that would most likely lead to the bow as well.
Oh, nice little... An official segment there under the L, and a pseudo segment there right next to start. So only 5 useful transport staircases, and an immediate dig dogger. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, if you're rooting for JP, you're hoping for a old man in a hurry here. Gonna need that old man to turn him around in a hurry, and the more rooms he sees, the less time.
No, gonna buy a map. Buy bombs. Buy a map.
Yeah, heading towards 9. I'm wondering. Nope, I'm not sure. Mags.
He's going for magic sword. Now for him, it's a 13. It's an 80% chance. There's a white sword in level 9.
So JP now, that's good information because JP knows he has to leave this dungeon behind at some point.
Yep.
Getting the other item very soon would also work the same as getting a hint. Roar, in fact, found. I heard it on the clip before I saw the text.
Yeah, I can almost never hear the little blip like that.
Get it up here.
Why is Opno back in 1? Did he miss an item here?
Red candle, perhaps? Was it underneath a dig dogger or something?
Possibly.
Bombs. Ah.
Oh, he didn't get this room.
He got troll doggered. That's unfortunate.
Now, Opno still needs to go through 7. We don't know anything about the items in 7. The Triforce was super quick. Wait, does Opno not know where 7 is?
Retry it again, because you ran out of bombs in there.
Okay, here we are.
Alright, what we got in this staircase? Not what we're looking for. feel like this silvers would be right here. Yeah, that
Yep,
would be the best
there
spot.
they are. Wow, that's not even far from start. If you go one direction, you get the Triforce. You go the other direction, you get the silvers. It's a little unfortunate for JP there.
That's a cute game. We had the wood arrows anyways, but throw the Goma right after silvers.
Always funny. So JP is going to need to get both items outside this level 9. Has seen one of the items, knows where Ganon is, has not found Zelda to my knowledge.
If JP plays this logically, he's going to full clear, in my opinion. You're going to go to 2 first, you're going to find a heart. You're going to go to 5, look under the dig dogger, you're going to find a heart. Then you're going to go to 6 or 7, take your pick. Gotta dig them both from there.
Yeah, unfortunately I feel like 6 before... Well, 6 you need the bow anyway, so it's good you're going to be in 6. 6 having seen a little bit more of that dungeon, and the bow wasn't too far behind the Triforce, and the other item wasn't much further after that.
To answer the question, chat, JP had the map of 7, may not have had the bombs to go up at that point. Kind of similar situation to Opto. So they're kind of discussing in chat what happened as to why he didn't go up at start. And maybe he had the map after he went left and found the try and just said, nope, I'm out. But definitely knew of the rooms up there.
I mean, it's level 7. It's not uncommon for runners just to leave a level 7 like that.
Yeah, I can understand leaving. Just definitely had the map and saw the design.
Yeah, 6. Unfortunately for JP, it was 6 and 7 that had the things he needed, and those are the 2 dungeons he left. But they're also, to be fair, the dungeons that people are least likely wanting to dig. In general, because they're both big and they both only have 1 item, as opposed to 8, which has an extra, or sorry, both only have 2 items and a heart shuffle, as opposed to 8, which has 3 items and everything else, which is just smaller. Well, Opno is in Ganon's room.
Yeah, again, it was super early, so not surprised to see Opno find it instantly.
Yep.
That bomb was a bit adventurous, but...
Now there's our first hint that I've seen, and it's one we already know the answer to. All right, we do have a stair here that I think we've already been to since he's not beelining it. Oh no, here we go. Just trying to avoid the whiz ropes.
Yeah, based on what we've seen, Zelda either has to be up here in the corner still, or has to be in the southwest of Skull.
JP uses his potion, doesn't want to die at this point in the dungeon. Plus that 255 rupees. Plenty of money to buy another potion if he wants one. Ah, that was going to be it. The door did not open for Opno. Save those bombs for possible use later.
Yeah, it looks like southwest will be the answer here.
Maybe here? Nope.
No, but it's only a matter of time now. Zelda in the single room could only happen in, again, not required seeds. That's what chat was rooting for there for a moment.
Yeah, you need a 2 segment. No, not here either. Said a lot of single set of doors. Oh,
wow.
Well, okay.
Oh, that was that wizard room.
Yeah, not in the southwest at all.
Well, that was literally, I think, the only room JP hasn't seen on that whole line of rooms.
Yeah, and unfortunately there was a stair room there that Opno had no reason to go into. That could theoretically be JP's answer for the second item.
Yeah, I think Opno knows that you have to go around a little bit already, but see if it's only the top. It is. I think you have to go all the way to the left to be able
Yeah,
to
I think
go.
so. Now there's the Zelda hint for JP. No Silver's hint for him yet.
Yeah, it's the question chat. That hint is right next door to Zelda, but not direct access point.
All right, here's a stair room for JP.
I think going down for Opno is going to lead to the white sword, so going to get the item. Not going to be happy to see it.
I mean, there's nothing useful left on the table. So yeah, you don't want to see an item here at all.
Yeah, looking for a magic stair in his case, which isn't hard required, but you would have to bomb a couple times to get around it from what we've seen from JP's end.
Yep. All right, here's some new territory for JP. Fortunately, that Goma, he doesn't worry about that Goma.
And I think if we go up here, we are set if we're Opno.
Oh, there's our last mugger. And that's it for Opno. Finishing up with an official race time of 1:05:58. First between our two runners on Restream, but fourth overall.
And a heart. Feel like we should disqualify CJ in that first place finish. Probably didn't get 16 hearts. Doubt he saw that heart in 9.
You never know. Alright, we do have Opnopoint joining us in chat. JP in the right dungeons for one of his things. GG's Opno.
Hi, thanks.
Alright, so yeah. Found your silvers, stayed in 6, found your bow. That was the main. JP had built up a decent lead. Had the sword, had the Armos item pretty early. But unfortunately, the dungeons he didn't dig are the ones that he needed.
Yeah.
He is digging 7 first, though, so that does save a little bit of time. If we go to 6 next, we're also in good shape.
If he doesn't stay for the floor item.
That's true. I'd be inclined to run from this dungeon shortly thereafter, but...
Yeah, same. Yeah.
That's just me getting, like, the law of rooms. Now it's a floor drop you have to go searching for. That's no fun. I would metagame the living daylights out of 4 finishes, if that were the case.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, I mean, Opno, you didn't play the... I know you played a little bit of the TTP early on, but I know you didn't choose to play enough to actually enter the main tournament towards it. How are you feeling on getting back into these flags?
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty straightforward seat for the most part. Though it was kind of tricky. You go left instead of up in 7. I guess if you don't have the map, it could be much worse. Yeah. Man, wow, to get going. Not funny. 3 very late didn't help.
Yep. And then your hints, pretty... I guess the only useful... You got one useful thing out of the hints, is that you knew you didn't have to go back into 8 for that raft that wasn't required.
Back to back, and hint for the raft, and hint for the was not required.
Yeah, I mean, it saved you... I think you had it down to probably a handful of ladder blocks in 8, it felt like, and that was kind of it for the last item.
Yeah, a bunch of 8 had left and unexplored, and I got locked into a room with a Goma with no bow, and I just, that's enough.
Yeah. See how deep this heart container is in here. I presume that it's all on the board at this point.
Yep, everything left is a heart.
So the dream of the Dig Dogger block at 5, unfortunately, didn't live this time. That would have
been fun.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Magic Sword was 11 hearts, or maybe even 10. We're not sure.
Yeah,
JP got it on 11, so you picked it up on 13.
Yeah, just had no reason to go over there.
Yeah, with 8 being with your finishing what you did of 8 pretty early, and even with the hint, I mean, even if you would had the hearts pick it up at the same time as the hints, then you're not able to retry. There's the heart in level 7. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
About half the dungeon cleared.
Didn't want to do two trips into that hint shop, so I was waiting to have enough money to buy all 3 at once. And I somehow never got the money for it until way later.
This move doesn't shock me at all.
Nope, me neither. And the good news is he knows exactly where the item is, or I don't know if he saw all the rooms, but he knows where it's most likely at. So
Yeah,
it's not going to take him long to get out of here.
For sure, so all the rooms in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure did.
We don't know. He may go past it for if he ladder clips, I guess, but I think probably going to remember that Dig Dogger.
Yeah, so you actually did full clear this dungeon, Opno. JP never went north of the tea room.
Yeah, it didn't have the map, which was didn't have beams for the first time he was in that room.
Yeah, the map is one of the reasons why when I first found 8, I just saved right away and go grab the book, so I have the map.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we figured. I think that's a good call. Like,
and the Triforce was in the first room I checked.
And you never know how big that 8's going to be, right? So getting the map for a dungeon like that, I could see waiting on it on a smaller dungeon, but something like 8, yeah, no, totally agreed with that call.
Wasn't super sure about digging at 8 in the end because I was still missing the bow, the silver arrows, the ladder, the recorder. So many things that could.
No, GP still has 2.
Yeah, it's going to go to 6.
Oh, he's going to 6. Okay, that's good.
Logically, going a little bit out of the order that I would do, but it's going to most likely pay off.
Yep.
Assuming he doesn't find the staircase item and say nope.
I want to say Opno found the bow first. The way the 6 is routed is shaped, you might be able to find the boomerang first.
Yeah, there's a chance to go right. I think would get you the boomerang if you can bomb that way.
Yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure I went back this way. I don't think you can bomb.
Yeah, that will save it.
Yeah, I tried bombing and didn't work.
Nice. That's right. That's where the compass was.
So it has to basically go up by force then. It looks like we're getting close to half the field, getting in there with the time now. See, we've got 6 places secured. I think there were 13 tonight, so let's see if you can get around. Ooh, this might be a stair.
This could take... Yeah, he's not going to take it. Let's see if he bombs.
He's going to try and bomb. Will he turn around, or will he take it?
Okay, he's not going to take it.
I would have taken the stair personally.
I probably would have too, to try and eliminate that 2-room segment, see if that was where it took me. But I also see leaving it behind, because it might take you the 2-room segment that probably has nothing.
Yeah, that one's not... It's kind of neither here nor there. You can go either way with that decision,
Yep.
I think.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
There's one thing about this is I felt good with my Whisper combat.
Yeah. Yeah, you look good. A lot of blue wizards. You both had to multi-clear that one room in level 3. Unfortunately, you hadn't found the heart container, so you got baited by that one diagonal stair room.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up. There's gonna be a triple bar room that doesn't do anything, and then I'm gonna turn around and find his ladder.
If I had found the silvers on 7 the first time I was in there, I had one bomb when I got in. So I bumped the wrong wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I just reset it and get my bombs back.
Yeah, totally makes sense. Yeah, I think you reset a 6 too. After you went in there the first time.
Yeah, I reset it out of 6 the first time because I hit 2 door repairs and found absolutely nothing in 6.
No,
Found
totally
the compass
makes
and
sense.
I had mapped the dungeon out and had the Triforce locations. Can just reset and get my rupees back.
Alright, JP has knowledge of, I think, everything, and 9 has at least seen the room where Zelda is bombed around to get to it, so...
Yeah.
It was not magical, unfortunately. Not that much fun.
Yeah.
Had to bomb up the west side of that to be able to get over there.
Yeah, not exactly great on health. Granted, with Red Ring, you should be fine.
Yeah, Mags and Red Ring, I think JP's got the 4 hits.
I like the one room segment.
Yeah. Yeah, the one room segment.
Set of stairs just for fun.
Yep, and the one room pseudo segment as well. So, they got 2 troll staircases that aren't going to do anything for you.
Jim JP gambled for bow and silvers in 9.
You sure did.
Extremely low chance.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to find one of them, and of course, neither one was in here.
Yeah. I can understand looking for the hint that did not end up existing in here, but there's a chance that you could need that information and get a bow in here with important items, so... oh man, double drivered.
Yeah, not good. Okay, one more hit. There you go.
Good.
I think you just up A. I'm gonna choose not to. This is gonna be scary because it's the blue wizard room. Hopefully these guys drop health for him. Whew.
Good fairy.
Yeah, the blue wizard room pops you out, and I don't think JP was making it on half heart. I would have died. I know that much.
Yeah, you're just a one-hit KO at that point. I don't care if you have a red ring.
Actually, it worked out anyways. That's beautiful.
There it is. And JP finishing with an official race time of 1:17.24. Good for 7th place, 2nd place on our restream. Still several players still going.
It was my first race in like a month. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's nice to get back into it. I think my last actual race was the S2 Live Finals.
Yeah, it's been a while. We're going to see you in Swordless, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Awesome. And we do welcome in JP. GG's, JP.
GG.
Yeah. It just came down to the things you needed were not in level 9. And unfortunately, the dungeons you didn't clear didn't have the things you needed. Or did have the things you needed, the level 6 and 7.
Yeah. It's like you get Triforces immediately, you want to leave those levels, and of course they're the ones you gotta dig.
Yeah, I mean, no one could blame you. Especially that if, you get into level 7. It's such bait, too, Funny enough, you missed the easy Triforce in level 8, but did get the items, the relevant items out of there. Obviously, you knew the raft was in there and didn't care.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of early Triforces in this one. A lot of them. What was it? Basically, 1 and 6 were the only ones that weren't in, the first 5 rooms.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
A lot.
Trying to think, Trying to think what I. Well, actually, 3 was a little buried too. 3 was an annoying one.
3 was just dumb.
Was
I mean, you
rough.
got a ladder out of that, and you did need the ladder, but it was a dumb dungeon.
Yeah. I don't know if you need the ladder for anything but that Triforce, but you did need it.
The bow and 6, I believe. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
the try and bow and 6.
Try and bow and 6. You did need it for that. You needed for that too.
Yeah.
And I was actually worried because basically written off 2 as Magic Boomerang because I remember that being a water block. But then I was exploring 6 and I realized this is also a water block.
Yep.
Did I just screw up big time?
Well, the magic boomerang was in 6, but you didn't see it, so it doesn't matter. It was the stair item.
Yeah, it was 2 rooms south of the ballroom.
So that means it was a double heart 2 then.
I did found both of them.
Yeah, I think that what really the only thing that really saved Opno is having map and having bombs to really go around and clear out the way that he cleared in 7, because I think that was inevitably like the one thing that you could have done if you had the bombs is just go up there and find that. But I think 6 is still one of those where you have to decide whether you want to dig, and a lot of runners are just going to say no. So that comes down to a little bit more chance or having more item knowledge altogether at that point.
Yeah. And I mean, I knew going for 9 for both bow and silvers was probably a really dumb idea, but at the time it's like, I don't want to go back to 6, I don't want to go back to 7. So, let's
you got the information. At least you got the information you needed to come back into 9 pretty quickly. And the first item was relatively quick. It just got a little bit rough trying to find that second item. And no third hint. It was taken up by a mugger, so the hints didn't help you at all. But yeah, I mean, I pretty well played otherwise, very good early game. Just, this rando got you a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened in this one. Like, I just didn't stumble on the right items.
Did you consider leaving a 7 after the Quicksilvers?
Maybe a little, but like I think at that point it was between 6 and 2, and it was like, let's just see if we can find it. I think
that's fair enough. It wasn't that deep in level 7 that last heart, but I mean, at least you had the magic sword to get through pretty cleanly, which just definitely helped picking that up on 11. It was either 10 or 11. We're not sure which, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any logical issues with anything done outside of maybe missing out on 2, but that wouldn't have done you any good since it was double heart.
Yep.
I think pretty much everything you did fell in line with what most would do. The only other time would, I guess, be first time and 9 being a nope, meaning you have to leave, but you still have hints outstanding, so you can make an argument there as well.
Yep, totally agree.
That just about does it, I think, for the weekly. As even in the race room now, we're starting to get a couple more finishes in, so it looks like they're all wrapping up too.
Yep.
Any final thoughts? Or I guess Tracy's got
some. Well, now I got something, but let the runners go first, because this is outside of their area.
No, I think we covered most of it. GG again, and thanks for the commentary and tracking.
Yeah, pretty much the same for me. Thanks for doing the restream stuff. It's always appreciated.
All right. Thanks, guys, for letting us restream you. It was fun times. But yeah, there is a TTP race on the schedule for tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Caffey JD versus Tom J, Game 2. We're waiting on Bogey to schedule with my co-com Fury to get the other side of that bracket going for the other semifinal. I know that'll happen pretty soon. Right now, I'm not going to say anything about the weeklies moving forward because I think that there may be a chance that it might change from what it's listed as right now. So might be a year in review, but we're getting close to getting some flags set up for the main tournament. So we might try and stick those in instead. So keep an eye on that. Either way, it'll be something fun, and people will play. But yeah, that was a good race, good fun race, showing off those TTT flags for the last time this year. And the weeklies, want to shout out Crump for doing the tracking for us. Crump always doing a great job. Trackers always are MVPs, and Fury, it's always a pleasure to do commentary with you.
Yep, we get Crump to bed on time.
Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for us. Hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow for the next TTP semifinal. Otherwise, have a great night, everyone.